Well, Mathieu Van der Poel is back, and what a way to start the Giro d'Italia. And it is a good to see because Mathieu Van der Poel in the last 6 months to 12 months had a significant accident and he's really got back to form. And let's roll that intro and let's have a little bit of a talk about Mathieu Van der Poel and his challenge for these Grand Tours that are happening in Europe, or the coming season of Grand Tours. Well, if anyone watched the end of the first stage of the Giro d'Italia, unfortunately, I'm a bit reluctant to run it on this video because they get you taken down pretty damn quick, because all of that is copyrighted, and of course they're selling those rights to that footage for significant amounts of money. So if I just snap it and copy it, you get a little bit upset about that. But go and watch it. There's many channels who are televising that on YouTube or on the internet. And Mathieu Van der Poel really was just like a slingshot with the uphill finish. And it was actually, he wasn't even one of the contenders. They weren't even talking about him. And then all of a sudden, from nowhere, he just slingshotted out the front. And you could see the other riders actually dying or struggling to put out the watts as they were going up that hill. And it's actually amazing that he still had fuel in the tank. Now, either he was well hydrated, or his sugars were good, or he's obviously on the hot sauce. Whatever it may be, it managed for him to basically just take off. And there was an incident between Caleb Ewan and Benny. It was kind of an interesting accident because there was just a slight touch of wheels between the front wheel and the rear wheel. I do believe Benny was basically soft pedaling or just backing off. He kind of was running out of energy, running out of fuel, running out of sugars. And that slight touch caused an accident, which is a little bit, for us fans, was a little bit of a disaster, because it would have been nice to see Caleb Ewan and Mathieu Van der Poel race for the finish line, but that wasn't to be. And Mathieu now is in the pink for the Giro d'Italia, stage 1. Now, why I think this is significant is Mathieu Van der Poel last year in the Tour showed that he could stay at the front for significant stages, and the only reason he didn't end up somewhere at the end on the podium was because he pulled the plug, because he had other commitments in his mountain bike racing and he wanted to go to the World Championships. So he's a little bit of a dark horse, and I think this will put the cat among the pigeons with the other teams. So in conclusion, what can we take from this? I think this is going to change the psychology of the Giro, because what is happening is that they probably didn't predict someone like Mathieu Van der Poel to smash out in front and take the pink. A lot of the major teams will probably go, hey, look, just keep out of trouble, just collect some points. The race, there's a lot of stages to come, and we'll just maintain our position at the front, and towards the end of the racing then we'll basically wind up the volume and make it take a go at the top position. But Mathieu Van der Poel, he's kind of a little bit of a dark horse, and the fact that he's laid down the gauntlet here on the first stage is probably going to change the mentality of some of the teams, because they're going to be thinking, hey, look, this guy potentially could be a real challenger, and we need to make sure that we've got guys with him or guys at the front, and it will change their strategy on the first day. So guys, what do you think about Mathieu Van der Poel winning this first stage, and how do you think that's going to reflect on the other teams? And leave your comments down below. I think it's great the way the competition's going, and it's almost like as if a new boy on the block is destabilizing the main teams, and the only reason that he hasn't won something before is because of other commitments at this level. So it'll be interesting to see how this Giro d'Italia unfolds, and I think it's going to be quite interesting as the stages proceed. Anyway, guys, remember to smash that like button, and also, if you haven't subscribed and you're a Ninja watcher, I actually got a comment saying that I didn't mention the ninjas in my last video. So there you go to those ninjas. But let's see if we can lower that number of ninjas and subscribe. Look, you don't have to click the notifications and get notifications if you don't like that. You can select that to off, but you can still subscribe. So if you like the cycling content, please subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. And that's where I'm going to leave it. And I'll see you next vid. Cheers.